Welcome, everyone. Welcome to Purple LunaRose Tarot and Astrology. Tonight, we are going to be doing a collective reading for the week of December 3rd through December 9th, but we're actually going to touch on all of December 2023 hot dates. I thought it'd be a perfect time for us to go through all of them. Yes, guys, there is a lot to talk about, but I did a little practice run, so I feel like we're going to be able to get through it pretty quickly. Don't forget, we are streaming on 3 different platforms. So we are on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch all at the same time. So let me know, guys, in the comments where you're watching from. I can see everyone, right? I see Diana and Sandra. Thank you, ladies. All right, so I was going to tell you a story really quickly before we started. I used to have this history teacher. Oh, thank you, Sandra. I think his name was Mr. Hawkins. I want to say that was his name. I could be so wrong, but anyway, this teacher, amazing history teacher. I got straight A's all the time, but he would always, like, when it was test day, he would always like go over all the questions and then give us the answer, and then we would be able to take our test, right? Like right after. So everything was like fresh on the mind, right? It was funny because like I was going through the practice run of the astrology, and I was like, oh my gosh, it totally reminded me of that history teacher, like giving you all the stuff right before you go, right? All right, guys, let's jump into it. Okay, so I'm going to start through the first, and we're going to work our way all the way through the 31st. I didn't put all of them on your screen. I put the ones that I felt were the most important on your screen. But make sure if you have your pen and paper, jot them down for all the dates, right? And I'm going to try to go through them pretty quickly. I will do a collective reading right after, and then I have some free readings to do on this very, very special Gemini full moon night, right? All right, so let's get started. Let's start with December 1st. All right, so on December 1st, you have Mercury entering Capricorn. And we did talk about a couple of these last night when we did the December Twin Flame current energy update. If you guys missed that, make sure to go watch that after this live, right? Mila, hi Mila. All right, so December 1st, Mercury entering Capricorn. This is going to be about fine-tuning the details. The moon is going to enter Leo at this on the same day at the same time. So you want to be able to allow yourself, it'll help you allow yourself to enjoy life a little more. December 3rd, you're not going to see this one on your screen, but we did talk about it last night. Venus and Libra. Venus and Libra is going to be square Pluto and Capricorn. You want to be cautious with this energy. December 3rd, guys, circle those calendars. It definitely could bring some arguments. And then December 4th, we have Venus entering Scorpio. And little patience, I said, little patience for superficial energy, December 4th. Again, not on your charts. December 6th, Neptune direct in Pisces. The fog clears up. Again, we talked about this one last night because I remember mentioning that I felt like the fog was already starting to clear for me. Remember, some of us feel these energies a lot sooner. Yes, Diana, I am starting to feel a little bit better, but I'm drinking my tea with honey, and I did, gargle with some salt water, like literally minutes before we hit the live button. So I'm hoping that helps me get through it, right? All right, so December 6th, Neptune direct in Pisces, fog clearing up. Yes, I said that one, sorry. December 7th, Mercury in Capricorn. Mercury in Capricorn is going to be trine Jupiter in Taurus. So this energy is telling me that like we're done daydreaming. And I'm not saying daydreaming is bad, y'all. This is how we manifest. But now we're going to start taking action. Also, I want you to know December 7th, that's the waning crescent moon in Libra. Waning crescent moon in Libra. That's really important for those of us, again, on this very specific type of spiritual journey here at PLR. Remember, waning moon is when you want to use those energies for releasing people, things, places, that type of energy. Remember, full moon, which is now, right? I think it peaks, tomorrow morning. but this energy is here now, right? But with the full moon this is when you're really just patting yourself on the back for getting through this moon phase, but it's really when you're celebrating your achievements, everything you accomplished through the moon phase. All right, December 8th, moon is going to move into Scorpio. You could experience some quick and sudden transformation. December 8th. When I'm looking at the chart for that one, the other aspects that are happening with other planets, again, could definitely be a twin flame date. December 11th, the moon is going to start making its journey into Sagittarius, and it is going to station new moon on December 12th. December 12th is also Diana's birthday, y'all. So everybody tell Diana happy birthday. We love you, Diana. So new moon in Sagittarius, we talked about this last night. This is going to be a new time for new ideas, new adventures, but optimism, I feel like, is going to be the most important thing for this new moon in Sagittarius. The new moon in Sagittarius is also on the 12-12 portal. Guys, these portals are important. Like, I used to really not pay too much attention to these portal energies until I started studying them more. And we have the 12-12 portal coming up. I do feel like, our calendar dates are off, there's like a full story about our calendar and how it's not how it used to be. And we can go into that, but like, it's a whole other show. But it's pretty interesting because I've seen a picture of this, I don't know it just looked like, I guess, like lightning or like an electrical charge that one of those NASA websites that I follow, where it was showing this huge energy surge like coming down to the earth, and it reminded me of the 11-11 portal. 11 people everywhere, so that's pretty cool. Yeah, so it reminded me of the 11-11 portal, and I was like, that's probably your 12-12 energy coming in right now, right? All right, so the 12-12 portal is famously known for it being, it's an upgrade to our 12 strands in our DNA. So if you guys have researched that, that's going to be what happens on the 12-12 portal. It is about light codes and activation. It's really an energy of like leveling up, which is super interesting because we did the twin flame current energy update for December. We did it last night, and I did call that one leveling up. All right, let's keep going. There's so much more. All right, 12-13, my least favorite, Mercury retrograde. Mercury retrograde, I think I posted about it this morning. It did move into the shadow stages already. So we could already be experiencing, listen to me going, Mercury retrograde. But anyway, think twice. This is going to be my suggestion for this particular Mercury retrograde. Just think twice before saying anything, doing anything, and also like going anywhere. Because Mercury, it could have like, traveling, like causing delays and that type of thing. It's going to start in Capricorn. So just like Pluto, how Pluto kind of felt when the retrograde happened and it went back into Capricorn, we felt like we were kind of going back to our old ways. So Mercury retrograde starts in Capricorn, and it's going to give us that feeling like we're kind of going back to our old ways, or we're experiencing old blocks or old blockages, right? I feel like at this time, this particular Mercury retrograde, it's going to end January 1st. But I feel like this time it's really going to be focused on the old goals, like finish those old goals out, push them through, and have patience on your new goals. Like, it's not going to happen overnight, y'all. 12-21, the sun is going to enter Capricorn. So this is about ambition, goals, and direction. This is now where it becomes the main focus here. Again, you want to have patience with goals, especially new goals. 12-21 is also the day that Venus is going to move into Scorpio. Venus is in Scorpio, but it's going to oppose Uranus and Taurus. You want to have extra compassion on this day. People could definitely get on your nerves on that day. All right, on 12-23, you have Mercury retrograde entering Sagittarius now. So it's going to be in Sagittarius for the rest of the retrograde period. Remember that it ends on January 1st. It ends on January 1st, y'all, but Again, shadow periods before and after. So the shadow period after actually goes until January 20th. And what do you know? What else happens on January 20th? We all should have this memorized by now. Pluto, right? I'm so excited about Pluto. But Pluto is definitely going to be making that once in our lifetime transit on the same day. But during this particular part of the Mercury retrograde, you really want to be cautious with laziness. You could want access, like excessive things, like too much, right? Selfishness could be an issue here at this time. Remember, it's going to end January 1st, and that shadow period does go until January 20th. I think it's going to be kind of challenging for us with this particular Mercury retrograde to be able to like see the big picture when we're being asked to pay attention to all like the finer daily details, right? All right, on December 24th, December 24th is actually my mother's birthday. She's in heaven, y'all. But the moon is going to enter Gemini. Again, this is going to be another important moon phase. Now remember, this is the Gemini moon right now that I'm live streaming 11/26. And this particular moon phase, when the moon moves into Gemini on December 24th, it's going to shine a spotlight on this Mercury retrograde. So give yourself extra time. Extra time is going to be important. There's exactly 24 people total right now. So I'm just saying, give yourself extra time, especially those of you that are traveling for the holidays. 12/24 is going to be Christmas Eve, right? All right, on 12/25, you have Venus in Scorpio, and it's going to be trine Neptune in Pisces. So I want you guys to pay attention to this energy, especially those of you that celebrate Christmas, because I feel like it's going to be really prominent this year, especially those of us that are, woke, awakened, paying attention to our soul's journey. I feel like this is going to be one of the easiest things to give you like confirmation about what's happening to you, right? So Venus in Scorpio, trine Neptune and Pisces. So it's going to be energy of helping and caring for people. And when you do this, you're going to actually feel your spiritual connection to that person much stronger than you ever have before. So I want you guys to pay attention. Those of you that celebrate Christmas and are going to be out on Christmas giving out Christmas presents, yeah, pay attention to how you feel when you're passing that present to that person. All right. And then 12/26, you have full moon in Cancer. So full moon in Cancer is going to be all about home and family matters. So get ready to resolve issues. It's kind of like the holidays are over, so it's time to get things straightened out. 12/29, you have Venus entering Sagittarius. Get ready to cut some cords with those that you can, right? Because Venus in Sagittarius is going to make everyone want freedom. 12/29. All right, so here's my favorite of December. On December 30th, you have Jupiter going direct in Taurus. You guys are going to hear lots of astrologers talk about Jupiter going direct in Taurus, because what does this mean? It means money, right? Hi, Danger Zone. Danger Zone says freedom. But money is what everyone wants, right? It's what everyone's always trying to manifest. It's what everyone's looking for. It's what everyone's doing, right? Money. So this is the day, y'all. 12/30, Jupiter direct in Taurus. More opportunities to improve your finances on this day. You're going to find better resources, not necessarily not I wouldn't say new resource. I feel like there will be new resources, but it's like better resources. More secure and stable foundation is the energy of Jupiter direct in Taurus. All right, last one. We made it. My throat's not hurting, not too bad. I think we're going to be all right. All right, so on 12/31, my dad's birthday in heaven. The moon enters Virgo. Pay attention to how much you're sensing at this time. I feel like we're all going to be feeling the energy gaining momentum as we move into the new year. And then we get closer to that once in our lifetime transit, Pluto moving into Aquarius, right? And that is being called the age of Aquarius, and that does start the next 20-year cycle. All right, y'all, that's the astrology. Not too bad, under 15 minutes. I feel like that's not too bad at all.
Danger zone. You need to think of it like the movie Braveheart. So true. I can hear it now. Freedom. All right, here we go. Here's what we're doing tonight, y'all. Right after the collective, because we do have to do a collective. Lee Spice. All right. Here's my December. Snow is coming. We are doing Gemini full moon tonight, y'all. I know we already did it once before, but I mean, the live is literally tonight. I don't know if you all can see the moon right now, but this moon is massive. For those of us that are on this journey, tell me how you're feeling. Um, I feel super relaxed. It's funny. I feel like last night's live, I've been doing the Twin Flame current energy update every month for 3 years, y'all. But I feel like last night was the first time that I didn't feel good. I have a little bit of a cold, and I was like, you know what? I just don't care. I'm just gonna go do the reading, and it is what it is, and I'm going on my way. It was like one of the easiest lives I think I've ever done. The reading came out super beautiful, and yeah, it was just awesome. Funny part was I noticed that like the banner scrolling across said free reading. So for those of you that came in last night and thought we were doing free readings, I totally put the wrong banner up there. I knew when I started the live that there was no way I was going to be able to do free readings. But I noticed it. I noticed it when I went to watch it before I went to bed. And it also said November, November 2023. But yeah, it was December. Luckily, I said December enough that hopefully the algorithm will not fault us. Michelle on Facebook, hello. All right, y'all. Did everybody tell Diana happy birthday? Diana is our moderator. Her, Sandra, Miss L. I feel like everyone kind of came at the same time. Spirit just sent them to me. I love them. I'm so grateful. But they are always here helping me make these lists. And I'm telling y'all, this would not go this smoothly without our moderators, and especially our list maker, Diana, right? All right, so look, she doesn't have Twitch, so I gotta click on Danger Zone. Look at that, Diana. Danger Zone, happy birthday on the 12/12 portal. That's what I'm excited about. So Mila says, as a Gemini, I'm tired. I was last night, super exhausted. I slept in this morning for, I don't know, y'all. I don't sleep in. I feel like in this whole spiritual awakening thing, it's like I've been getting like, I don't know, 4 or 5 hours for like 3 years. And then I don't know, it's like my body thinks it's all I need, and the rest of the time I'm supposed to be pumping all this stuff out. And it's like, wow, what? But yeah, I got to sleep in this morning. Spirit, nothing woke me up and was like, hey, get to work. Um, but I really feel like I just needed it. But it definitely helps. It helps. All right, let me see what's going on up here. I'm trying to click the video off. It's totally being mean to Mercury retrograde, y'all. There we go. All right, so we're gonna start collective reading, and I pulled out Queen of the Moon, the Energy Oracle to make it easy for me, and the new Black Moon astrology cards, which very quickly became my favorite. I should say new favorite, right? New favorite. All right, y'all. So masculine energy first. I do feel like things are calmer. So yesterday I felt really tired. Building up to the full moon, I've been like really resistant and I don't know, not optimistic, right? It's like today it just shifted. Today. It definitely feels like more positive. I'm definitely at this energy where it's like I don't care at this point what happens, what doesn't happen. You know what I mean? Like it's just weird, right? It's calm energy. It's weird energy to have for a full moon, but I feel like for most of you, you will feel this energy immediately following the full moon. All right, masculine energy first. All right, so we have purity coming out. It's the clean slate. We've seen this card, I want to say not too long ago, because I remember telling the story about Wolf Creek, the snow, the ski resort. Could talk about a cleansing. Self-love is coming out for divine feminine. It's weird. It's like for the masculine energy, it could be about asking for things. Focus is coming out for the bridging energy. Creation is on the bottom. I feel like we've seen a lot of these recently. All right, I'm going to start with the Gilded Tarot. Sun comes out, the Knight of Cups comes out, and the Scorpio comes out. Ask me if I'm surprised. Not anymore. All right, so the Sun is about bright joy, happiness, expansion, growth. And then Knight of Cups is here. Knight of Cups could be delivering a message. Remember, knights are messengers. They have to be courageous, travel to unknown lands. Cups is going to be the element of emotions, feelings, right? Water. And then the Death card comes out. Again, massive transformation. It could say the masculine energy could be strongly Scorpio, but it's more about it's the transformation, right? It's the death and rebirth, the clean slate. All right, let's look at self-love. This is where divine feminine is now. It's weird to me. It's like I thought that I was doing this already, and I wasn't. But I thought like I was doing it already, but really I was just giving it to everyone else, right? It's the moment that I got that energy of I just don't care no more. It's like that's when the self-love like really kicked in, right? The Seven of Wands, the healthy boundaries. I would say that's when I started enforcing my boundaries for sure. One more, please. Thank you. All right, so we have Page of Swords coming out and Queen of Cups coming out. Page of Swords could say that there's someone watching, but it could say that there's fear to communicate. And then Queen of Cups is my clue card for Divine Feminine, and it does represent unconditional love. For some of us, Divine Feminines, we're getting assistance keeping the boundary. And I mean, it could be a motherly energy. All right, the focus card is throwing me off a little bit because I don't know, I feel like we are focused. It could have something to do with the third eye. It could have something to do with the downloads, the 1212 portal. So the World, the Star, and the Four of Pentacles. All right, so the World is a new opportunity. The Star could have something to do with that new moon, but again, it's like bright hope for the future. Again, it's clean slate energy, purification, and then Four of Pentacles. But the energy that I got when I turned the cards over was that The current spiritual lesson is we're being given an opportunity to start something over by releasing something. Because remember that Four of Pentacles is the card that says you're holding on to something too tightly. It's like if you're restricting the flow. So it's like the energy can't flow. So it's like when we finally restrict, like release that restriction, the energy flows, the opportunity comes in, the clean slate is given, right? On the bottom is Queen of Wands. Queen of Wands is about having confidence, confidence in your abilities. I'm gonna stick to the energy oracle and do head, heart, higher self. All right, so thoughts for divine masculine. We have woman holding a coin. Woman holding a coin says someone comes into your environment and teaches you about your worth. It could have something to do with like abilities also. Anxiety is in the heart space. So masculine energy, this could be a message, but it's actually not. Okay, so in the heart space for masculine, there could be this energy of anxiety, and anxiety says that you're over worrying about something. Like it talks about the storm outside the window, and it says that, like she's stressed out about the storm, but she doesn't know if the storm is coming or going. Like you could be worried about something that hasn't happened yet or won't even happen. Second chakra is here. Second chakra is going to be spiritual lesson, higher self lesson for divine masculine. This is going to be about forgiveness. There's that clean slate again. But second chakra is like where we hold, it's 2 inches below the belly button. It's where we hold shame, guilt, remorse. Some of you masculines could actually have like physical pain there. Like I felt like a cramp, which is really interesting. Remember, we all have masculine and feminine energies within us. It doesn't matter. Like it's not, I don't know. It does matter. I gotta stop saying that. For those of you that have like 3D counterpart, it doesn't matter. I'm just gonna stick with it doesn't matter. Somebody has a pain, a cramp. Like 2 inches below the belly button. The second chakra is where, in women, it's where our reproductive organs are, right? And we are looking at masculine energy. So I do feel like there's this energy that has like cramping, stomach cramping. It is this purging. And remember, we kind of talked about this yesterday. It's like, well, one, go to a doctor, right? Just in case. But when they say there's nothing wrong, it's a purging. It's where you shove things and like I always call it the rug. And I'm like, okay, let's say you feel guilty about something. So you shove it under the rug and you're like, I'm not going to deal with that. That way I don't have to feel guilty. Or you feel shameful for something and you shove it under there and you're like, I'm not going to deal with that. I don't want to feel shameful. And then what happens is like the rug gets ripped out and you're forced to have to look at it. But I think what happens too is, we start to like love ourselves and take care of ourselves and heal ourselves. And we start to realize like why we did certain things, and that removes things like shame and guilt and these types of things, right? Can you still have remorse? Well, of course, right? But the point is to become a better person, a better human, and make better decisions and better choices, right? But it is giving me this energy of like second chakra, and it is giving me this energy of like clearing. So I'm just gonna venture, right? Because I be the psychic. Um, this masculine energy, it's like you started doing this probably this past summer, and started to feel and understand the second chakra where this shame and guilt and remorse was. And maybe something happened and it's like, no, I can't do that right now. I can't like deal with that. I have to go focus on my money and my pinnacles. And it's like now it's being brought back up. And it's like this time, because this is a particular full moon. And again, I want to say we talked about it last night. And then I also talked about it in the members only, the closure of the 4-year cycle. it's the closure. So it's like it's going to be brought back up. There'll be another buildup. You'll feel these energies again, but this time you won't allow these energies to pull you down because you're continuing to rise as you clear that second chakra. Action is on the bottom. Just because I want to tell someone, I don't have one up here, but citrine is the one that I use. It's the like yellowishy type crystal, and you can literally lay it like right on your belly, 2 inches below your belly button. Meditate. It definitely can help, especially if you're feeling like cramping in that area. All right. I'm going to use the Sweet Twilight. It's got a woman holding a coin. We have the Magician coming out. It could be about manifesting something, calling in the elements, Virgo energy. Anxiety is here. Temperance comes out. So something does need to be balanced out. Something does need to be cleared up, healed. You could be worried about something for like a really long time. Temperance is really slow moving energy. All right, in that second chakra, we have Queen of Wands. Queen of Wands is be confident in your abilities. 1, be confident that you can clear the chakra. But 2, be confident of the journey that you're on. I feel like for Divine Masculine, this is going to be like acceptance of the journey that you're on. When you accept the journey that you're on, you start to see why you did certain things or like why certain things had to happen a certain way, right? Sagittarius energy coming out with Temperance. On the bottom is 7 of Wands. 7 of Wands talks about healthy boundaries. It talks about standing your ground and fighting for something. All right, let's look at feminine energy. Door to personal healing and happiness. So that's really all we're thinking about, right? In the headspace, it's like, yep, this is it. This is my only path. No more distractions. Nothing else going to block my doorway, yada, yada, right? Look at the victory card coming out in the heart space. I know a lot of times we get messages back and forth, but I'm not sensing that. I mean, if there is a message, it's just saying I'm anxious, and the other person saying, it's like I'm winning. But it's not an energy of winning. It's an energy of alignment. It's just alignment. And door to spirit is going to be the spiritual higher self lesson. All right, angel of love was in reverse. So angel of love comes out when unconditional love is needed. Unconditional love is not needed at this time for divine feminine because we're giving ourselves unconditional love. I mean, I'm just saying pat yourself on the back, right? But door to personal healing and happiness, I'm going to pull some Triple Goddess Tarot. See that Ace of Wands? You see the Ace of Wands, 6 of Wands, a victory, destiny, fate. I think we finally surrendered, right? It's funny. It's like every time I take a step forward in this journey, it's one of those moments where I'm like, man, I wish I'd have done this sooner. Missed out. All right, let's look at door to personal healing and happiness. So in the headspace, not letting anyone block the doorway, removing any obstacles. Look at that, 3 of Wands, taking action towards your future with confidence, right? With confidence. Look at this, victory, judgment, Scorpio energy again, but it's following purpose, hearing the calling. Yep. How many of y'all are like me too? Like, is it resonating for y'all too? Like, are you realizing that this is the journey and we're done We're done running. We're done hiding. It's like that works so much easier and life is so much peaceful and just so much nicer when we, follow purpose, self-love, self-heal, self-care, all the things. Eight of Swords comes out for door to spirit. Again, it's like we're not allowing anything to get in our way, not even ourselves. Because remember, Eight of Swords is the self-restriction card. I picked Triple Goddess Tarot. I want you to see he's using all his senses to escape. I feel like that's kind of what I had to go through. I was stuck in this cycle, a not healthy cycle. Like, I don't even want to admit that it was karmic, right? Like, it's such a struggle for me to say it. Because I feel like I'm so far in this journey that it shouldn't have been, you know what I mean? But it's like I still had lessons to learn, apparently. But that's okay, right? We're learning the lessons, we move forward. But it is this energy of like, um, trusting our intuition, trusting what it is that we are sensing. It definitely gives me this energy of like the momentum building up, and I talked about that when we talked about the astrology. So the Four of Cups is going to be on the bottom. Four of Cups, Triple Goddess Tarot talks about manifestation by daydreaming. See how she's looking out that window? I know people laugh and they're like, "Oh, you can't make anything happen that way." The mind is powerful. The mind is powerful. All right, let's do messages. Let's just try to get one from each because the Gemini full moon is all about messages, y'all, all about messages. So that is one of the free readings that I'm offering tonight. So let's just do one. I'll try is here. I'll try. Sometimes you can do everything right and still lose. Interesting. I am so proud of you. I feel like this is masculine energy, this is feminine energy, and I'm proud of you is higher self. Higher self. Okay, I gotta read this one just because it's one of my new favorites. I don't think I'm supposed to. I'm probably gonna get that tap. All right, but anyway, it says, when I said keep looking, you won't find me, I didn't mean for you to take it as a challenge. I know, right? I actually seen that one and I just thought it was so funny. I had to make it. Had to make it. All right, guidance. Close it out. Black Moon Astrology. So I gotta touch on the message a little bit, but I'll try. I mean, it's that simple. But sometimes you can do everything and still lose. I feel like this is an energy of compassion, understanding, and then I'm proud of you is definitely like collective and higher self. All right, guidance. Fire element, desire, Mars, force, Virgo, I analyze, and Pluto because I love it. Transformation on the bottom. All right, y'all. I'm going to leave it right there. That's going to be your collective reading. Remember, we're doing it for December 3rd through the 9th. I hope that is helpful. I'm going to clean up really quickly. I'm going to show you guys what we're doing. I see everyone over here making the list. I love y'all. I didn't get in too much trouble. Spirit must have thought it was funny. All right, y'all. So you can see on the top of your screen there, those are going to be the free readings we're offering tonight. Gemini, full moon, 3 cards. I'm actually going to stick to the 3 cards, and I'm going to pull a past, present, future. And we're going to do them out of the message cards. I actually pulled some different message cards that we're going to use for that free reading. But again, past, present, future is what we're looking at. Queen of the Moon is going to be a general read, 3 cards, talking to heaven. I'm going to try to pull 3, but sometimes it's just 1. And then paid readings, energy exchange is going to be those next 2 rows there on your screen. If you do a paid reading, guys, make sure to let the moderators know in the comments right away. Paid readings do skip the line. All right, let me get over here and see what we got going on. A lot of Scorpio. I feel like a lot of fire signs too, though. Scorp Sandra 73. I forgot about you putting your thing on there. Oh, I dropped one. Yes, if you're on the list, please be prepared to tell me which one. Absolutely. Danger zone, 3rd on the list. I'm going to try to move through them pretty quickly, y'all. My throat, I'm telling you, is only better because I have this cup of tea with like a half a bottle of honey in it. But I just know that as soon as I start doing these, it's going to catch fire. So let's try to keep the list small too, just in case I, start crying. All right. Mila on YouTube. Michelle on Facebook. Danger Zone on Twitch. Please Amanda. My left ear, you started ringing. Okay, here's one thing, Miss Al. Let me know if you know. Like, I noticed something the other day. I was just paying attention to like whether my ears were ringing or not, right? And I know if somebody else told me what's the name of the ear ringing thing, there's like a medical thing. I understand. I totally get it. Okay. But this is different. Okay, and now I'm noticing something else. I'm noticing the tones. Oh, there's tones. Like sometimes the tone can be really high. Sometimes the tone can be like low and faint, like I can hardly hear it. Organic honey. I'm writing that down. What is organic honey? I've been getting the raw honey, Miss L. I know nothing about honey. Other than the more I spend, the better it is. Yes, tinnitus. Okay, everybody keeps telling me that. I totally get it. I understand. But now there's something happening with the tones, and it's weird. But it's like it's telling me something. I can totally tell. Like when it's a sharp tone, like yeah, I'm gonna pay more attention than if it's like I don't know, a really calm tone that I can hardly hear. You know what I'm saying? And some of them seem like really high pitched. I never really experienced the really high pitch before. I'm not sure if I like it. All right, Mila on YouTube. All right, so here we go. Y'all have different meanings with pitches. I knew that was gonna happen. Depends on what you're doing on the situation. Okay, so I was really just getting to where like I started paying attention to when it started ringing. I started to like jotting down notes, like, hey, I was doing this or I had this thought. But yeah, like what? Like that's so much, right? Like how are we gonna how are we going to remember all that? All right, so Mila says, I would like to know regarding my relationship with my Scorpio partner, and I'm a Gemini. No way, no way. Okay, so questions is not really. Let me show you again. Let me show you. Here's where we're at. Did I put questions on there? Okay, so there is energy exchange if you want to ask a specific question. And of course, you do get to jump the line if you do energy exchange. But Gemini full moon, I'm going to pull 3 message cards out. If you have a question you want to keep in mind, you could definitely try to do that. But I'm just going to pull the message cards out. I'm going to use past, present, future spread. And this could just show you something that's been said to you before, or maybe like kept from you. And then maybe a message that's coming in, right? Queen of the Moon is a general read. You can definitely think of your question there too. And then I just pull the 3 cards out, tell you what those 3 cards mean. And that's just going to be like your message or guidance from spirit. All says, definitely start memorizing to research. I know, right? I'm going to have to start making a note, ear ringing notebook. Erica. Okay, so have we decided, are we doing Gemini full moon 3 cards? That's what I would probably recommend. If we look at messages from the person, like that could tell you a lot about, how they're feeling at the moment, and you are wanting to know about like relationship. All right, Michelle on Facebook. Michelle on Facebook, you're gonna be next. I'm gonna try to roll through them pretty quickly. So just try to stick with me. Let me know that you're still here and which readings when I get to your name. All right, we're gonna do Gemini full moon. Michelle wants Queen of the Moon. Thank you for letting me know, Michelle. All right, so Gemini full moon is all about communication. Okay, Miss L, do you remember Miss L gave me these message cards? I don't remember how long ago. We don't use them very often. And really, it was because I wasn't a fan of the karmic messages. But I feel like ever since I started doing the shadow journal or the app, it's an app on my phone. But ever since I started doing it, it's like now it doesn't bother me as much. Like they don't bother me anymore. All right, so I'm looking for 3 cards, and they are going to be past, present, and future. Okay, so these could be messages that they've said to you before, right? Like past, present. It could be something that they wanted to say but couldn't for whatever reason. It definitely could be like higher self message, so keep that in mind, okay? All right, so the first one, we have the runner chaser card. In the end, loving yourself first always wins. So in the past, I feel like this person, the message is, this could be like higher self message. I'm just being told that you chose yourself. I will start focusing on myself was future. Present, the most difficult conversations lead to relationship growth if handled correctly. Ooh, and it's about communication, right? So it is very possible the full moon brings in a conversation about relationship growth, but I feel like both the energies, yours and this person, I feel like you're both going to choose yourself. I feel like you already have, right? But maybe this person starts to choose themselves. For those of us that are, I hope that was helpful, Mila. For those of us that are on this really specific journey, I feel like when the masculine energy does start the process of self-care, self-love, self-heal, what a relief, right? Like, what a relief. Definitely could help with the optimism too, right? All right, Michelle on Facebook, Queen of the Moon. Michelle on Facebook, Queen of the Moon. Mila, I just want to say those were, there was no purple, there was no karmic cards in those. So that's either soulmate or twin flame, but you had 2 out of 3 twin flame. All right, Michelle is next. Queen of the Moon, general read. I'm going to pull 3 cards out. We do have this powerful, powerful full moon. Power and fruition comes out, and release comes out. All right, discernment is on the bottom. Pretty interesting, Michelle, because the release card, I always talk about how this isn't the time to release with the full moon. It's what that's going to be the waning moon. But I think you've actually already released, and fruition is telling me that like you made room. You made room for something. All right, so you did use the power of the full moon, most likely to manifest something because fruition is here. So it's like something comes into fruition. The release card talks about like releasing stagnant energy that's not serving your greater good so that you can make room for newer, better energy, right? All right, Michelle, I'm going to leave it right there. I hope that was helpful. Danger zone, Gemini full moon messages. All right. Let me go find danger zone really quickly. Danger zone, say hi to me. Say hi to me in the comments so I can click on it, please. While I grab a drink of tea. Thank you, Michelle. Thank you, Danger Zone. All right, messages. Again, I'm sticking with past, present, future. Okay, we got a purple. Let's not panic. All right, let's not panic. Name calling is unacceptable and hurtful. There's 2 of them. Codependency is as real as it gets. Danger zone. This is like the crap that I just had to work on. Name calling is not acceptable and hurtful, or is acceptable or not acceptable because it's hurtful, right? I wouldn't say necessarily I'm a name caller, but I definitely like people say that like I'm really harsh when I talk to people, especially like when I'm upset. So I feel like in the past there could have been a codependency issue with whoever you're thinking about here, and there could have been like some harsh words spoken, right? Breathe slowly, regulate your nervous system during essential times of communication, and that's going to be the present. We have this Gemini full moon. There's something about regulate your nervous system. Don't be laughing at me, y'all, but I be trying all the things. So, in one of the Kundalini yogas, there's this one part where you're laying flat down on your mat and you raise and lower your feet at the ankles as quickly as you can. And it helps regulate your nervous system. Again, don't laugh at me, y'all. This stuff works. Don't knock it till you try it. And then future, it says own your response to that trigger. Apologize and heal the darn thing. It's actually a cuss word, but I'm not going to say it. I'm trying not to curse, y'all. I feel trapped in these emotions, but I'm doing this to myself was on the bottom. And that could be like an underlying energy also. All right, Danger Zone. I hope that was helpful. All right. Lee Spice on YouTube. Queen of the Moon. I see it. I see it. All right, 3 cards, Lee Spice. General read. Ooh, Supermoon attraction. The Void. And the Boundaries card. Wisdom Ascension is on the bottom. How are you feeling, Lee? Is anybody else sick? Is anybody else feeling like they have a cold, cough, sniffles? I keep getting all the messages about like ascension. Every time like I start to worry about like, man, am I sick? Do I need to go to the doctor? Which I mean, I'm just saying go. I do have an appointment myself. But I'm just saying like go. But I have been reading, it's like all the things that are happening is definitely giving me all the signs of like ascension when we have like these big lifts, like these big pushes, right? Do you guys remember Amber? Amber used to come in here all the time with us and hang out when we first started. Amber is super famous over on Instagram. Rare, that's me, 1111, if you guys don't know. But she found me. Spirit drew her to me, and then she just took off like I'm just saying a jet plane. But she's out there following her purpose, and she's a very busy lady doing her things now. But I noticed, I remember like when the shift happened, like when she came and I was like, hey, we're on this twin journey. And she was like, oh, okay. And then she opened up to all the things and gathered all her information. And I'm telling you, like a jet plane, right? But there was a shift where I was like, she would ask me questions like, why are we experiencing this? And it got to where I could tell her why we were experiencing certain things. And then it got to where I couldn't tell her why we were experiencing certain things. And then it like the shift happened and she started telling me. And it was like her energies. Remember how I always say that, like I come out here and I tell you these energies because I've already kind of felt them a few days earlier. And it's so I can come out here and tell you what it's going to feel like, right? It's kind of like that. It's like if there's this energy of I actually seen something that she had posted on her Instagram, and it just really resonated with what I had experienced that day or that night. And it's really just been pointing me in that direction ever since. It's like all the things that we're experiencing are all these big ascension lifts, like boosts, right? I feel like you're feeling that, Lee Spice. Supermoon attraction, it's like you're using this powerful Gemini full moon to attract something. The void comes out. I don't think you're attracting the void energy. There's nothing wrong with the void energy. It is the like long night moon card. It is this energy of like a clean slate, starting over, but you've already done that. You've already been in that energy. When the boundaries card came out, I feel like you're coming out of this. So it's like what you've been manifesting is something bigger than where you have been. So it's this energy of like busting out, right? All right, I'm gonna leave it right there. I hope that was helpful. All right, next, Sandra. Oh, I love you, Sandra. Why didn't you tell us you're supposed to skip the line? All right, let's do twin flames. All right. Love you, Sandra. I'm going to try to go through it pretty quickly. All right, so I'm going to start Power of Love for your energies, which I'm really excited about. Normally we have to get like the Heal Yourself reading cards. Excuse me, so sorry. Or, like the Sacred Traveler, but I got to pick the Power of Love, so that's a good sign. Creative Arts. All right, here we go. Ready? masculine energy first. Peacefulness. You recognize that balance, kindness, and love bring calmness to your soul. How are you feeling, Sandra? Are you feeling peaceful? Are you feeling like you're coming to this calm energy? All right, we have cooperation, but it was in reverse. Feminine, that's going to be your energy. Ownership, you acknowledge your misdeeds and accomplishments alike and learn to love them all as lessons. Purpose is on the bottom. You possess the determination and dedication to consciously demonstrate love. All right, so I feel like you're doing almost all the things. But there's something that you're not wanting to cooperate with, and that could be like, I feel like this whole reading is going to be about showing you what that is, so that like if you feel like something is in your way or blocking your doorway, like you can make peace with that energy, right? I'm cheating. I looked over and Sarah says, I know what that is. And then I totally got them. All right. Peacefulness coming out, masculine energy. Look at that. Ace of Wands, fate, destiny. So it's this energy of acceptance. Acceptance. Like, yes, this is the journey I'm on. This is the action I need to take. This is the direction I need to go, right? All right, let's look at why cooperation. All right, so Eight of Pentacles is going to have something to do with your work. It's going to have something to do with what you're focused on. It's going to have something to do with what you're dedicated to. And see how she's like, what's it called? She's sewing something. She's knitting. She's knitting, right? It's not about the knitting. All right, so ownership, you acknowledge your misdeeds and accomplishments alike and learn to love them all as lessons. It's this energy of, again, peace, but it's like everything had purpose, everything, and we've seen the purpose card, but it's like everything had a reason. You had to do it this way so that you could learn these things and be where you are today, right? So the Two of Pentacles comes out. This is about the lack energy. It's like you had to go without something so that you could learn the importance of something, or so that you could learn that. Remember, the Two of Pentacles is the card that normally like they're trying to balance on one foot. Again, both feet are on the ground in the Triple Goddess Tarot. So it's like not only did you do it without very much, but you did it well. I talked about this, Sandra, last night in the Twin Flame December update. Like for 3 years, I was running and making my life harder and more challenging on myself, at the same time creating the foundation of this business, right? PLR, and having my spiritual awakening all at the same time. I kept saying, like, I feel like if it wasn't for spirit, yeah, like definitely pretty interesting that it all still came through fruition, right? Seven of Pentacles is on the bottom. Seven of Pentacles does say to be patient. It does say it's almost time for harvest, but it also says it's very possible that there's something already like ripe, ready to be picked. See how some of the pentacles are like already fruit, like it's already there for her to pick it. All right, I'm going to use Romance Angels. To head, heart, higher self for masculine. playfulness comes out in the headspace, but I feel like it's trying to come out in reverse. I feel like it's hard for this person, this masculine energy, to like open up or let loose. All right, so playfulness. To recapture romance, allow your inner youthful spirit of fun to shine. Keep an open mind in the heart space. Your soulmate may differ from your usual type and expectation. Unrequited love is coming out for higher self. It says there's not enough attraction or chemistry to keep this relationship going. I'm not really getting that with that energy. This is higher self. So I am getting like the higher self is more of a message of like confirmation. I feel like it's possible this energy expected it to be something else, right? Or someone else. And it's like confirmation that it wasn't that route, right? Like maybe this energy chose something else or someone else. And look how like the angel is flying. It's like it's trying to come back now. Interesting. All right, now I want to look at your head, heart, higher self. All right, so we have retreat in the headspace. Sandra, do you feel the energies of something, energy building, momentum, something getting closer? Retreat in the headspace. So, I feel like just very recently, I was feeling the energy of like something getting closer, like the momentum building, and I was definitely scared of it. Y'all will know when I'm scared of something or like when I'm retreating, when I'm aggressive towards something, or like when I speak aggressively about it. It just means I'm scared of it. Right? That's the Aries. But retreat in your headspace. So it's like I feel like you feel like this energy of something coming, but you're trying to push it back. You're like, no, that's just not for me. I'm just not going to deal with that. I'm just not, I'm just going to spend some time here with just me, and I'm perfectly fine with that. In your heart space, you have attraction. It says you attract romantic love by enjoying this moment fully. So this is going to be about being present, being present. I feel like that's what you're trying to do. I feel like that's why it's in the heart space too. All right, and then it's safe for you to love is coming out for higher self. Yeah, you're running from it, but look at the higher self saying it's okay. And in the heart space, it's like you could be having heart chakra awakening, but where it's like activation, it's not awakening, it's activation. But it's like where it's saying, be present in the moment, experience this love in this moment. All right, let's pull some messages. I'm going to do 3 and 3. I accept all the consequences for my actions. I accept all the consequences for my actions. I'm afraid to tell you something. And keep following your intuition. My absolute favorite, keep pushing, is on the bottom. It's almost like this message here that I accept all the consequences of my actions could have something to do with, like, again, choosing something else, choosing, like, taking a different route, going a different direction. All right, 3 from you to them. Your courage inspires me. I know who we are, again, higher self. I know in my heart I would have never done any of this without you. I don't even remember writing that one. I don't think that's one I said either. That's weird. I don't know where that one came from. I know in my heart I would have never done any of this without you. Don't forget is on the bottom. Don't forget has a pretty that was literally the last thing that was said in my own journey. All right, let's do the angels and ancestors for guidance. We have the she-wolf. Unleash the wild within. The eagle, see from a higher perspective. I love that. I'm going to talk about that eagle in just a second. And the summer card, it says bask in joy and light. I also see the knight. It says be brave and honest. All right, I want to talk about the eagle one because, I was watching the TikTok or whatever I was watching. I don't know. I love the TikTok guys. I've learned how to make some videos a little better. Like I'm getting better at them. So I'm just saying, if y'all haven't checked my TikTok out, there's a link in the description box. Go check it out. But anyway, I was watching TikTok, and there's a video, and the lady's talking, and she said something about like when a black crow lands on an eagle when it's flying, like the crow doesn't try to shake it off or it doesn't get angry or do anything. The eagle just flies higher, and the crow can't keep pecking at it, can't breathe in a higher elevation. So instead of like getting mad and whatever, it was like just fly higher, just soar higher, right? All right, I'm gonna leave it right there, Sandra. I hope that was helpful. Thank you so very, very much. That's our famous twin flame current energy. I'm still the #1 seller, 3 years in a row. It's crazy, right? See, when spirit tells you to follow your purpose, spirit doesn't expect you to have to do anything else, right? Like when you follow your purpose, all your needs are met. The things come to you, the manifestations come in, right? We just received our first YouTube monetization check just this past week, right? All right, where were we? Amanda on Facebook. Definitely like snowball downhill. When I read that, I seen Snowball Hill, and there's a road, there's a little like county road out in Colorado called Snowball. The path not taken. Yes. Aw. Thank you. Oh yes, guys, don't forget tomorrow night, fire signs, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. All right, is Amanda last one? Is this it? We're closing it out. And are we doing Talking to Heaven? Or are we doing the general read, Queen of the Moon? Oh, I see a list, Diana. I'm sorry. My bad. All right, let me see. I gotta stop saying that. When I say my bad, it drives Christina crazy. You know how you say things when you hear other people say it, right? There's no one in my vicinity that says my bad. It's counterpart energy. Counterpart says my bad. Amanda, Talking to Heaven. Thank you so much, Diana. And Erica. She's like, I didn't hear my message. I'm sorry, Erica. All right, let me see. Creative arts, creative arts. I remember seeing creative arts. Creative arts. Let me know if you're still here, if you waited so very patiently. All right, so Erica, did you want the Gemini full moon messages? Is that what we're doing? It's totally opposite. I love that. I wonder if he misses me. Okay, wait. Ooh, Erica, Erica. Cautious. Caution, Erica. Um, I just gotta spit it out, right? I doubt myself all the time. I gotta stop doubting myself. When I read the part where you said he's the complete opposite, do y'all remember? I just went through a very challenging relationship where I learned lots of lessons. I'm gonna stop being pissed off and saying mean things about it because I'm tired of getting in trouble about it. But there was something that stuck out to me was that it was complete opposite. In fact, when I compared charts, it was complete opposite. I made such a big deal about it. I hope y'all remember what I was talking about. But anyway, I don't necessarily know now if that's like, what we're supposed to be doing. um, how do I say this? Have mercy. This journey is so freaking hard. Okay, last night, I feel like I talked about it last night in the Twin Flame December current energy thing. I talked about how we only attract our level of healed, right? So if I'm healed up to this amount, I'm going to attract a person up to this level. You see what I mean? If this person isn't good for me, if like let's say they lie or they cheat or they steal or whatever they do, um it's not even that person's fault. I mean, do they need to go heal and become a better human being? Yes, of course. But is it their fault that they didn't meet our standards in the relationship? No, absolutely not. It's our fault for accepting the relationship in the first place, knowing that we were either settling or downgrading whatever our standards were to begin with. You see what I'm saying? So let's not like, there's something about like when you said he's the complete opposite. It's not even right. Like, don't let that be like what I did was when I seen it's the complete opposite in my own journey, I was like, oh, this must be for sure then, right? Like it must be sold, right? For sure, 100% guaranteed success because it's the complete opposite. No. Damn. Least by sent payment for a message from person. All right, sweet. Hold on while I go remind myself what message from oh, it was the many wants to come out. Yes, I remember. Okay. Spice. Why am I not seeing these spices? I've seen him. Oh, there. I see him. All right, I'm sticking to the OGs. And I'm just going to pull as many wants to come out. All right, Lee Spice, think of your person. I just heard think of the last thing they said. I don't know why. I'm kind of fearful that maybe the last thing that was said wasn't, I don't know, kind. I was going to say, think of their voice. We have come too far to turn around now. This was said to me in my journey. It was after a separation period. Um, it's weird. It's the 4 years, the COVID. I was talking about this last night in the current energy update. With a forced separation, right, when COVID happened, and there was another one too that said something like, we've done so much with so little, and it's like that was like at the same time, right? It's like went in one direction for so long that like you have to keep going in that direction now. I'm also seeing the ladders. One time we had this conversation where he was like explaining the situation about you go when you're climbing the ladder, you climb, and you're going up and you gain momentum, right? As you're going up. And when you get to the top of that ladder, you don't just stop, right? You don't just stop where you're at and just not do anything. You jump, you use that momentum to jump to the next ladder, right? And then you keep climbing there too. All right, let's see what else comes out. Your opinion of me matters. That could have been something with the last conversation. This is actually one of the OG messages, but also came out in part of my last conversation. Your twin is the person that catapults your spiritual awakening and will always push you to become a better person. Now, how they do that, I can't make any promises, right? Do your things, I'll do mine. You're the only one who understands me. I'm trying to figure things out. What happens now? I'm trying to send you a message in your dreams. You make me humble. Look at this one. I hear messages in my dreams. And last one, the moon is our telephone. Connect with me. How is the telepathy, Lee Spice? How is the telepathy today? Just today. The moon is important. I hope you can see the moon today. If not, you should be able to see it tomorrow, right? I have every right to be disappointed is going to be on the bottom. I think that's more you. Like you have every right to be disappointed. All right, I'm going to leave it there. I hope that was helpful. All right. So we gotta stop doing that. We gotta stop doing that. We beat ourselves up with the self-doubt. Like you can't, I don't know you, Lee Spice. Like, how am I gonna know that you're having this situation today? Confirmation. All right, Amanda, talking to heaven. Erica, Queen of the Moon, Creative Arts. Did we ever hear from Creative Arts? Make sure, let us know. I know sometimes it's hard for the new people to be patient. And Vanessa S. All right, and then let's close list after that, please. Close list. All right. Talking to heaven. I gotta take my little tree. Okay, so I got a little quick message right when I pulled the cards out that there's not enough messages. There's more messages that want to be said to you or told to you or come to you than is in this deck. Would you mind, Amanda, if after we pulled a Talking to Heaven, we did a general read with the Queen of the Moon cards? Amanda, don't you have my Queen? You should have Queen of the Moon cards. Do you use those Queen of the Moon cards? Are you reading from the Queen of the Moon cards? And would you mind if I pulled 3 Queen of the Moon cards after we do the Talking to Heaven? Yeah, it's like the message is not in this deck. All right, I see all of your thoughts comes out. There's something about the picture. All right, and I opened right up to the page. I can now hear your thoughts and feelings so much more clearly than when I was living in my physical body. Back then, I was consumed, my right ear just started high-pitched ringing. I was consumed with my own ego thoughts and distracted by my fears. Now that I'm free to those shackles, I can focus upon giving and loving. So whenever you'd like to talk, I can clearly hear you. Just think of my name. And then trust the thoughts and feelings that you receive from me. Those are my communications with you. I totally respect your free will and would never impose my own will onto you. I only want what's best for you. So please know that I'm here when you wish to talk. I love you. This is someone that you were like in a strenuous, like when they passed, maybe you weren't getting along as well as you wished you would have been, right? Something like that. Don't be afraid is on the bottom. My right ear stopped ringing. All right, I want to pull 3 Queen of the Moons because I feel like there's a message here. You say yes. Sweet. Thank you. All right, so self-love came out. Growth comes out. The clock. It's time for something. And the fear card. Self-love, self-heal. The growth card is like you're planted in something, but it's time. See the little clock? I'll find the camera eventually. It's like she's holding the stopwatch. It's divine timing. And then the fear card is like it says that you're highly protected, but you don't trust that you're highly protected, so you're doing something out of fear or you're allowing something out of fear. And the message is that you already know better. All right, that's it. I'm going to leave it there. I hope that was helpful. All right, next is Erica. And creative arts. Who do I have after creative arts? Oh, I can't read my own handwriting. But I'm looking. I see someone. Does it say? That's not this piece. All right. Let me find. This first. We did have someone on Facebook. And on Facebook. We can add Anne to the list. Vanessa, thank you. Vanessa after creative arts. Vanessa. And then Anne on Facebook. And then that's the last one, right? So Erica, did we ever hear from Creative Arts? No? Okay, so Erica, Vanessa, and Anne. And then we're done. All right, and Erica, did you tell me earlier? I feel like you did. Please tell me again, because I lost it. It was the Gemini moon. or Queen of the Moon, whatever you feel. Let's do Queen of the Moon. Let's do Queen of the Moon, and let's ask Spirit what you need to know. What you need to know. All right, what you need to know. I love you, Miss L. I've seen that little thing pop up. Thank you, Miss L. Hi, Erica, what you need to know. Self-love card again. Supermoon attraction again. Discernment again. All right, you're attracting something and you've manifested this thing, and discernment. Okay, I feel like you've manifested something, and it's very possible that it's going to be a very important lesson for you. I don't think that we should see something as an obstacle or a delay, like especially relationships and people that come into our lives. Like if Spirit drew them to us, or like they're in our energetic fields, it's like there's a reason for that. There's purpose. Every experience, every relationship we go through is helping us learn something about ourselves, right? But I am getting this energy like you attracted something in. It could have been around a time that you were really focused on yourself and really paying attention to like your self-care, self-healing. But it's like you're not seeing something for what it is. I feel like it's possible, Erica, we have so much alike. Oh my goodness. But for example, for when I love hard. Like when I start a relationship, I'm in that relationship, right? Like people used to make the comment, like after my divorce, I was with this person for 20 years, right? And then I was free, and so I was kind of excited to be free, and I was out there, right? So I had like 4 different relationships, in like, I don't know, a 5-year period of time, 4-year period of time, maybe, I don't know. But it was like while I was going through this relationship, it was like I would think, oh, this is the one. This is the one. I'm gonna marry this. This is the one, right? I didn't realize that I had to work on being the one first, right? I had to work on being the one first. Like when we give all of that attention and all of that love and all of that stuff that we give to all these other heartbroken people that come to us, right? It's like if we do give that to ourselves, then we heal ourselves, we become better, we attract better, yada, 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 right? And I feel like that's going to be the message. But don't see anything as like, don't stop something, because I mean, unless you like see some big, red flags like that tell you, hey, I've already done this crap, I'm not going to do this again. Well, then yeah. But like, don't stop something just because we know, you know what I'm saying? Like, God's not going to send people to us to not love them. You see what I'm trying to say? All right. Vanessa S. Yes, last call, creative arts. Vanessa S. Have we seen Vanessa S? No reading, just showing support. I love you so much, Marcel. Thank you. I'm not seeing. Oh, I do see Vanessa. List Vanessa, Queen of the Moon. Let's say Queen of the Moon. All right. And then Anne, here are the readings. I put them up there really quick. Anne came in at the last minute, but Spirit made me look, so I hope she stayed and wait patiently. Those are going to be the readings we're offering right there on the top row. So the Gemini full moon is messages. It's all about communication. Queen of the Moon is going to be a general read. Talking to heaven is mediumship. So if you have someone you want in heaven, you want to get a message from. All right, when I call your name and make sure to let me know that you're still here and which reading. All right, Vanessa, here we go. Queen of the Moon. The darkness, long night moon comes out. The balance card also comes out. The long night moon darkness card is a pretty interesting card. Attraction comes out. You're bringing in, expect the unexpected is on the bottom. It's the blue moon. Blue moon is my favorite. It's like something's gonna happen that doesn't happen very often. All right, so you've been in this energy of the darkness. It talks about like working towards your like shadow work, going towards the things that you need to heal internally. It talks about as we get closer to these energies, like it can seem scary to us, and it's like, man, I don't really want to go down there. But it's like as we start to go down, as we get closer, it talks about how the moon actually illuminates and shows us thing. So like I didn't do my own shadow work because I was scared to do it, to be perfectly honest, and I didn't want to face things like who wants to I don't know, look at yourself in certain ways and see like why you've accepted certain treatment from people. You know, you see what I'm trying to say? Like it's a deep dive into why we do certain things. It's definitely very healing and very helpful, especially when we're stuck in repetitive cycles, right? But the darkness card for you is a synergy of you thought someone was going to do something with you. One of the first things I always notice is the rabbit on the one side. It's like the road is uneven. It's like you expected this partner as you walk down a scarier path, but it's like you're having to do something or face something on your own. It's interesting, Vanessa. I'm going to say like strong twin journey, right? Because most of us that are on this twin journey, especially when we have like a 3D counterpart, that's the person that we expect to go down this scary road with us, right? But balance is here, and balance does show like the cloud. So it's like you had confusion as to what it is that you were balancing. And I feel like with this Gemini full moon, you're probably feeling the masculine and feminine energies very strongly. I talked about this a couple of lives back where I feel like the energy is really evenly, like really split. It's very fair, like I would say very strongly 50% masculine, very strongly 50% feminine. And it was interesting because Sandra sent us that astrology app that splits it up for you and tells you like all your water and fire elements and your masculine and feminine elements and like you know, how split is your chart, and mine was like almost right down the middle, right? So there's something about understanding that you're balancing your masculine and feminine energies. But I feel like when you do this, when you have this understanding that one, it's like internal, right? That's when you're gonna attract something in supermoon attraction. And I feel like Vanessa, this is what we're all doing. It's kind of collective energy. It's kind of what we're all doing. It's like the moment that we surrender to the shadow work, the moment we start balancing our own inner masculine and feminine, it's like that's when the door opens. That's when the things come in, right? All right, I'm gonna leave it right there. I hope that was helpful. All right, Queen of the Moon. No specific questions are energy exchange, and we did go ahead and close that list. You can think of your question and think of your question. Thank you, Vanessa. All right, last one. Last one. Boundaries card, the fear card, resistance, gratitude. Gratitude says you have someone watching over you. It definitely could be like spiritual energy, and it could be like a motherly, nurturing energy. On the bottom is the pleasure card. Pleasure card talks about not being able to feel pleasure. It's most likely because you're full of the fear, right? All right, so boundaries card says that you either need to have healthy boundaries or your boundaries are too tight. I feel like you need to have healthy boundaries because the fear card is here. The fear card says that you feel like things are coming at you, but you don't understand that you're highly protected. And then the resistance card is here. Most likely you're on a spiritual awakening journey and you're resisting the spiritual awakening. In other words, you're probably fearful of the things that you're experiencing. Again, you could be like opening up to the wrong energies, like opening up to people. My ears just started ringing, so this is it. Ready? Opening up to the people and like resisting the spiritualness of it. You need to open up to the spiritualness and maybe close off the circle of the people around, right? That's kind of collective too. Like we've all have to really focus about who's allowed to have our energies, who we're allowed to exchange energies with, how long we're exchanging these energies with them, right? For me, it's about calling my energies back. That has been really, really strong and like something that I feel like we all need to be doing regularly, regularly. All right, I'm going to leave it right there. I hope that was helpful. Please join us tomorrow for fire signs. Yes, guys, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. It's going to be tomorrow night, 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. Guys, I do offer yes or no readings at the end of the elements. So if you join us then, I could definitely do the free readings then too. All right, guys, don't forget personal readings can be found in the Etsy shop. Right now, the Etsy shop still has the Black Friday sale going. I believe it goes until midnight tonight, y'all. 25% off personal reads. Also, you can go check out our new website. The link for the website is going to be in the description box, but that's where you're going to find that 2024 moon calendar. All right, guys, I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up. Thank you so very much for coming in here and hanging out. All the new people, make sure you hit the follow, subscribe, join button. Thank you. Thank you. I will see everyone tomorrow night. Thank you, Miss L, Sandra, Diana. I love you all so very, very much. I'm always sending all of you abundant love and light on your journey. Thank you.